Hey everyone, we just got back from a couple-hour long thrift trip where we went to one of the thrift stores we haven't been to in a while. So we're going to show you some of the best things that we pulled from our haul, and we're going to share that with you today. So come along with us. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, or welcome to our channel. We are Clay and Jackie. We are the owners of Thrift Avenue over here on our Life on Thrift Avenue channel. Now, we have not done one of these videos in a while, so we are going to do just a quick haul video. Now, most of our haul videos lately have been just shorts. But this one might take a little bit longer because we did find some amazing things. Now, we're not showing you every single piece that we bought. We did spend like $160. So that would take forever. But we are going to show you some of the highlights of the things that we got. So I do apologize if lighting is a little bit different or audio is a little bit different in this video. We are actually currently in the office space that Clay is currently renovating. So he repainted all of the walls to give us some nice blank wall space for recording videos. So we're trying to figure out the best lighting for down here as well. So yes, so hopefully we can get through all of that while we go through this video.
Perfect. Here. Yeah, so we picked our top 8 finds. We haven't looked up comps yet, so as far as what our profit margin should be, I don't know if it'll be the best 8, but it was kind of the
coolest 8.
Yeah, the coolest ones that we like.
our favorite.
So, if you don't mind, I'll start with
yes, go ahead.
my I think it was my first find. So we picked up, I don't even know where we found one of these a year or so ago.
Probably the same. I think it was the same store, the green one.
But this is a Harris tweed blazer. Whoops, Harris tweed patch right there. And yeah, so it's 100% pure woven Scottish wool. And these are actually getting harder and harder to find from the research we've done. And these suits are, what are like around $150 is typically what they go for. Yeah. And yeah, we picked it up for about $5. So I think that was worth it. So here, you want to grab one?
Yeah, so I guess we'll get my personal one out of the way.
Right.
So Clay actually
found this.
This is only our second time ever finding Lululemon out in the wild. For some reason, I know people wear it. I see it on people all the time around here. Nobody's getting rid of it, which I mean, I guess is a testament to how it typically does hold up. But yeah, we have never found Lululemon while out thrifting. So this is only ever the second piece, and it is this nice jacket. I have not looked up what style or anything this is, but it's a size 10, which would have been a perfect size for resell. However, they wanted $25 for this. So we're like, well, for resell, like if we wanted a lower profit margin, it would probably still work. But I have been wanting a Lululemon jacket for the longest time, but whenever I try to get them secondhand, it's just more than I am wanting to pay when it comes down to it. So, or I'll be trying to, in the people's Lululemon shows, but people just bid crazy and I can't keep up. So I ended up deciding to try it on. Whoops.
Oops, I got it.
And it fits, even with the pregnant belly. And it looks nice, and it's a nice olive green. So I said, you know what? I'm picking it up for myself. And worst case down the road, we pop it up for resale.
Right. There you go, hon. The next one I picked. So this reminded me of a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. We sold a 1950s Sears brand faux fur jacket. I think it was an Etsy sale. And anyhow, this jacket reminded me of that. And it's called Master Jack. It's sportswear. And it's got this like chevron quilted pattern on the inside. And that's a faux fur on the outside. Like I said, we haven't looked any of this up yet. It looks like it's probably 60s, if I had to guess, maybe 70s. But typically ones in this this style in the past for us have sold for right around, I don't know, $50 to $90 depending on the brand. So we're going to look that one up.
Let's look at this one next.
That was
so this one, I was telling Clay, I'm actually very proud of myself. I feel like I'm getting better at spotting quality fabrics with my like my eyes instead of having to go based on feel or having to constantly look at each and every tag. So I was skimming through the dresses and I touched this one and I said, ooh, this feels like linen. Looked at the tag and I said, ooh, that definitely looks like a vintage tag. So let me get on in there. And it was yellow, which today's yellow tags were 50% off. So as I was skimming down to try to find the fabric content, I also noticed that it had a Bloomingdale's tag on it. So it is technically a dead stock piece, new tag. It retailed for $254. So depending on how old it is, that is crazy. Those are just fuzzes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw some black spots and panicked for a second, but it's just fuzz.
Covered in
so
fuzz.
it is 100% linen, made in the USA. So I was like, that is a good piece. It says it's a size 1. I'm going to guess this is probably a large, extra large. So like a size 14, 16, just based on that, unless it's meant to be more of like a straight, like oversized. But yeah, it's a nice bright, bold color. I know linen's not, it's not the best time for linen this time of year. But I think this will still do well. And it appears to be potentially maybe even a designer brand. So we'll have to look it up and see.
Yeah. All right. This next one, again, it is, it's not like a big name brand. The Glen Eagles is the brand, but it was a nice vintage, kind of like a trench coat, came with a belt, and then it comes with the 100% wool insert. You got a nice plaid on the inside. Oop, there you go. So you can see the inside lining. And it's got an older tag. It's probably 70s, 80s. We'll have to look that up. And it's in a 42 regular, which is actually my size. And that's a pretty common size. So it should move. I don't know. If it doesn't sell in the winter, it should be more of like a spring jacket with the wool insert. Yeah, it's got a couple spots that I think this one was machine washable. But yeah, we'll throw it in there. Yeah. Yep. So I should be able to get a couple spots out of that. But
and the nice thing about those two is the transitional pieces like that, where you can wear them both in fall and springtime. So in the spring, taking the wool lining out, or in the fall, putting the wool lining back in. That usually can raise the price $25 to $50 on a jacket like that because they're transitional, so they can be worn year round. So that's why we do pick up those kinds of pieces.
Yeah, I picked up one or two others like this too, but this was just the first one I grabbed.
This was another one of my favorite finds. It's not fully buttoned. So this is actually a wrap style dress. It's just kind of open right now. We don't have it fully buttoned, but that's okay. But it is, this screams vintage. I don't know how vintage. It says it's a size 7-8, which tells me that's probably going to be, around the 70s, just because I feel like right around probably like the 80s, 90s is really when sizing stopped. For women, started becoming more evens rather than odds. It is made in the USA. It's Edie Michaels by Melanie Drucker. I don't know. It screamed vintage. It's really cute. It's got a unique button. I don't know. I just said this. I feel like this will definitely sell, and I love the lace trim on it.
All right. Now the last one that I picked out that made it in the list was this piece right here, and it's another vintage piece. Can you read that? That name is?
Ferrari is the...
Yeah. Gran Carlo Ferrari, I think might be what that says.
I feel like we've had that brand before.
But anyhow, so paint tags today were 75% off, and so we got this for less than $2. And I looked at the tag. Some of the tweed that we have moves pretty well, some doesn't, but like the multicolor, like the purples and stuff like this have sold well in the past. But anyways, I looked at the care tag, and it's actually a silk blend tweed. So I figured for under $2, it was worth picking up.
All right, so then the last piece we're going to show you today is this 100% leather skirt. I saw this and I was like, ooh, I could tell by the look. I was like, that's either suede or leather or faux suede, so let me take a look. So I looked, and it was vintage, and it was 100% leather. And I'm like, this is the style that right now for the fall time is super trending. So we're going to quickly get this one listed.
I have a lot of work to do this afternoon.
With the fall boho Western style that's trending right now, especially with, the more asymmetrical style hem on it. And then as Clay was looking through it, I didn't even notice in store, but it actually still has the tag attached.
Perfect.
So even better. So it's from Newport News, which I've never heard of before. We'll look it up. It's probably a 90s piece based on the tag, but I'll definitely have Clay check over on the inside because this is legitimate leather. So just to make sure there's no flaws on that before we officially list it. But yeah, so overall, it was a pretty good haul.
Yeah, I think all in all, we probably picked up around 20 pieces, but like I said, this was our 8 favorite. I should say 20 pieces, not including stuff for you and stuff that we found for the girls, but.
Yes, I did pick out one sweater where I'm going to look up. If it retails or if it resells for a lot, I might have to part with it. But I did pick up 2 sweaters for myself. The Lululemon jacket, that technically, if Clay would have never told me about it, I would have never picked it up. And then, yes, every time we go with Charlotte, she always wants to go look at the dresses to see if there's any princess dresses.
It's our kid tax is what I call it.
And then we got to go stop at the toys. But thankfully, their toy section has, thankfully for us, but their toy section has been dwindling. It used to be like 3 aisles. It's down to 1. So she didn't find anything. She really wanted the Easy Bake Oven. I'm like, dude, you help Dad cook in a real oven.
You
don't need an Easy Bake Oven. So we ended up settling on unicorn slippers and a 4th of July light up headband. It was $1, so I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. But yeah.
Perfect. Well, hey, thanks guys for checking us out, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. Till next time.